Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and in today's class I'll show you how to make a perfect waistband for your trousers and your skirts. I'll be using these simple tools on my table, my usual simple tools, and please ensure to subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell to get notified once a new video pops up here. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. Let's go straight into today's video. To draw this pattern, first we need to make a horizontal line which will guide us. It will be like our start point to draft this pattern, and I've done that here. Okay, now once you've done this, you decide which part you would like to be your center front of this pattern. Okay, so I'll be using this right part as my center front. Now I can decide to make a straight line on that point or just use this edge. But any edge you're using, just ensure it's straight and nice. Okay, don't use a rough edge so that you get the accurate dimension all through the edge. Okay, now the next thing to apply is the waist circumference, which is the only measurement we're going to be taking to do this pattern. Now the waist circumference is 36 inches. We're going to apply a quarter of that, which implies dividing the waist circumference by 4, because this pattern is going to be one part of the waist, which is the front pattern. So we're first drafting the first part, which is one side of our front pattern. Now dividing the waist circumference into 4 is going to be 9 inches. So I'll apply 9 inches here from my center front. Okay, that's 9 inches. Now from this 9 inches point, I'm going to raise that point by ½ inch. Okay, so this part will be the side of my waistband, okay, which is the two sides, and this will be the center front. Now once you've marked your 9 inches, it's important to derive the midpoint. So the midpoint of 9 inches is 4.5. So I'll mark that here. This will guide us when making our curve. So we're going to be curving this part. We're going to curve this ½ inch into the midpoint we marked. Now once you've done that, you need to determine the length of your waistband. On my trouser pattern, I worked with a length of 1.5 inches, which is the length of my waistband. Okay, so you decide how long you want your waistband to be. You can use 2 inches or 1.5. This is totally up to you. Okay, so now we're going to apply the same dimension. We're going to apply same dimension along that line. Okay, then we're going to connect that up using our curve, our French curve. So once you've done that, just confirm that you have your 9 inches here. Okay, so you just mark your 9 inches point there. And link that point up. So this is one part of our waistband. Now you can decide to add your seam allowance, maybe 1 inch or ½ inch all around this pattern before cutting it out. So now our front pattern is ready. So we'll just cut this out now and use this to as a guide to cut out our back pattern. Now, if you want to cut the back pattern, you now need to place this on a fresh piece. Okay, the next thing to do depends on the position of your zipper allowance. If your zipper allowance falls at the center back, okay, then you just place this here and add your zipper allowance at this point before cutting. Okay, knowing that this part you're going to separate it to form the two back panels. But if your zipper allowance comes in front, like if you're attaching your zipper at the front of your waistband, then you're going to be creating your zipper allowance at this point on the front pattern. Okay, and to do this, let's say you've not folded this fabric. If you are using this pattern to create that, you need to just extend this for maybe by 2 inches or by 1 inch. That's if you're making a pattern that overlaps, where the waistband overlaps where the button. Okay, like if you're fixing hook and eye or button on your skirt's waistband, you will need to add like 2 inches at this point to close your hook and eye, if you understand what I mean. Now, but if your zipper allowance comes at the back, then you just add your maybe 1.5 inch on this point to create your back pattern. Now for the back pattern, I'll just measure my 1.5 inch for my zipper allowance. This can also be 2 inches or even 1 inch, depends on what works for you. Okay, whichever one you make, it is beautiful. Now once you've measured that out, you now place your front pattern on it and trace this out. Once you're done with the tracing, you take that out and you're going to be cutting this. You just indicate your ½ inch seam allowance on the back pattern as well, so you don't get that mixed up. Then you need to extend that point for your zipper allowance. So this is going to be our zipper allowance. So you can make your notches here, which is the midpoint. Okay, and that's going to be the point where your darts will align. Okay, so you're going to be aligning the darts at this point where you made your notches. Now we cut out the back pattern as well. You can modify the position of your zipper allowance to suit whatever project you're making. Like if you're using a side zip, you know you automatically need to move your zipper allowance to the side, preferably the left hand side of your pants or skirt. If you're using the back zipper, you're going to be using this for this zipper allowance for that. And if you're using the front zipper, you're going to be using the front pattern. You're going to be extending your zipper allowance at this point. I hope this makes lots of sense. I hope this tutorial was interesting and helpful. Please drop me a comment or suggestions after seeing this video and let me know what you would like me to improve on or what questions you have, and I'll be happy to respond to your questions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel and ensure to activate your notification bell. Click all notifications to make sure you get notifications once I post a new video. And please like this video and share with your friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.